D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So last night was the season finale of the series finale for now. I don't know if they're going to do another season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and if they do, it's going to be a while. But so series finale for now, we'll just say. So that was last night, and I woke up at 3 a.m. because that's what time it was here where I am. And I have to say, this episode was pretty good, but as far as an ending to the show, I was a little disappointed. And I'll get into that a little bit more and everything. I know some of you are like, down dislike button. But anyways, and I'll tell you why I didn't like it. The things that I didn't like about that I thought were disappointing. But the first thing that I just want to say that I did like was I liked Captain America's new outfit. It's very comic book accurate. A small piece of me was afraid that they wouldn't do the wings again, which I was like, oh no, he has to have the wings. That's like his signature staple now. But I did, I liked that a lot. And then the fight sequences were pretty good. It's just for me, mostly it's just the ending of the characters, like how they kind of ended those storylines and everything. And I felt like a lot of this was rushed, the storylines, certain storylines. And I'm just like, oh, that's it kind of thing. And we're going to dive right into this. We're going to break this down now. And I'm just going to, basically just tell you, pretty much what I think of everything going on. So the episode starts off with Carly, and you remember they went to the GPS. Well, I don't know. Who cares what they're called? And they're getting ready for their little thing, and they go in, and the building gets surrounded by SWAT team or whatnot, and they're code red. Well, then Falcon's flying in. He flies in, and the Winter Soldier shows up on the ground, and then Sharon Carter, she shows up, and she's all in disguise and everything, and she's all like, hey, whatever, whatnot. And Carly and them are getting ready, so they let off this smoke bomb. And all of the senators or whatnot, they are going to exit the building. So then Falcon shows up, Captain America shows up, and he blasts through, and he looks great there. I like his costume. Sometimes I the way they shot this a little bit, and the fact that it's like red and everything, sometimes I thought that maybe the costume was too big and it was like bunching up in certain places, but it's not. It's like right here is the collar and everything. And I was just like, oh, is the suit too big for him? But no, it looks really good when it's not. Like right now, I don't think it looks the best, but when he is and I don't know how, like the mask there is very comic book accurate, but I don't know how I feel about that either. Like I do like it, but at the same time I'm like, is it too much kind of thing? So then long story short, he's all like, hey, don't go outside, because he's all like, that's what they want to do. They want to get these people outside. Don't let them leave the building. Well, then the Leaper guy shows up, and they start fighting. The French guy, he's all like, you lost me a lot of money, and I'm going to fight you and everything. And they start fighting. Now, this fight sequence was okay, but at one point, I don't know if it was my TV or if it was actually what happened, because I only watched it once. But like at one point, they were moving so fast. Like I'm all like, is my TV like fast forwarding this fight sequence kind of thing? It was really weird, but so they're fighting, and then Sharon and they go in through the front door, whatnot. And so Sharon has this guy and everything. He's tailing him, and then his goal is to not let them get out of the building. Well, he takes a call from Carly. And she's all like, you how can you, fight for them kind of thing or whatnot. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it's a distraction, because they get all these senators and stuff in these little trucks downstairs. And this guy puts these little things to lock them in the trucks. And then he sends them on their way. And then these two are still fighting. And she's like, thanks for taking my call, distraction and everything. And he's all like, oh, crap. And then I love how Falcon was like, or Sharon, one of them was like, you had one job, Winter Soldier. I think it was Sharon said it. So then she's all like in the car park. And he gets on a motorcycle, and he drives to go chase them. And she gets the big guy, and she bumps into him, and she puts a little thing on his coat, and it's a magnesium gas bomb, I think she said. Or a mercury gas bomb. Don't quote me on either one of those. I can't remember exactly. And so then up on the roof, they get some senators up in this helicopter, because what they're, and we'll talk about that later, they're going to use them as hostages. But then, so they're fighting still, and they're all like, hey, we need you to get up, take care of the helicopter, because they got him and everything. So then he, leaves the building. He blasts out. He throws the shield through it and he starts flying. And this part was very cool. This was my favorite part, the flying through the air fight sequence with the helicopter. So the helicopter sees him and he's all like going through the air, whatnot. And so he's got some new weather wings. I can't remember his little robot bird's name anymore. But he's like, find us a pilot. Is anybody on there a pilot? And they find one. It's this woman in the middle up in the front and everything. And then so Carly's all talking to her other flag smasher and she's all like, we need to kill the senators if we can't get them out of here. And this woman's all like, I thought we were going to use them as hostages. And she's all like, we can't, we got to send a message. So then the NYPD, they show up and they're in the way basically. And they get taken down kind of thing. And I really liked this because he uses the weather wings things to grab one and like lift him up. And then this guy, he grabs out himself and they jump on the bridge and he uses the shield above him and then his wings surround him. I thought that was very cool. Very Wonder Woman 1984 with the golden armor, but still very cool. And like this guy's being saved and everything. And so the trucks are going through the city and they get stopped by them, the flag smashers. And then they take out the guards and then they get in. But then, of course, Winter Soldier shows up and he starts fighting them. And then John Walker shows up and he's all like, yo, time to pay the piper. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what he said. But he's all like, time to pay the piper and everything. And he starts fighting. And he starts fighting with that like hodgepodge shield of his, which held up way better than I thought it would. I thought it would have been better if it just broke like within the first throw, but it didn't. It didn't bounce like the shield, the real shield, but it worked pretty good so far. I mean, it was pretty messed up and everything. So he's fighting. Winter Soldier is trying to get this door open because they light it on fire. They're like, we need a distraction, and they light one of the vans on fire. Trucks, and he's trying to get him out and everything because he doesn't want him to die. And then the flag smashers gets like 4-on-1 with the flag smashers, and he's getting his butt kicked because he's like on the ground holding his shield up, and they're like just pounding him in. One of them goes to grab a coin thingy. Gosh, I can't think of what it's called. And he goes to hit him, and then Winter Soldier shows up, and they're fighting, and he falls and everything. And then up in the sky, Falcon he talks to this woman. I can't remember the senator's name. Don't get mad at me because I don't remember these characters' names. But then he's all like, "Hey, you're gonna need to fly in this plane." So then, and he gets. I love how the pilot like moves and he knocks into this ship right here, and then right here he knocks into it, and then all those little beams fall into the ocean, and then he busts out, and he's like, "Oh, you've earned this ass whooping." I liked that a lot. That was a good line. So then he's all like, in 5 seconds, you're going to need to grab the wheel. And then they do the countdown. He then throws the shield through and then grabs the pilot out. And then she grabs a hold and she starts flying the helicopter. So then we go back on the ground and these two are still fighting the flag smashers. And the flag smashers, are like losing. Kind of, I mean, not really. They're kind of winning. So then, but she plows the other truck that still has senators on it. Sorry. Over this edge on this construction site, and they're just sitting there. And John Walker has a choice to make, and he's all like, "Should I go after Carly or should I save these people?" And he decides to save the people, which I like that they did that because even though this character is a total douche, like he's a jerk, but I'm glad that. It doesn't excuse that he killed somebody like 2 episodes ago, but I do like that they showed that even though he's a douche, he still wants to do the right thing. Like in his mind beforehand, he was doing the right thing, even though he was just like being a big douche about it. And then for this one, he did, he tried to save these people. And so I was like, good on him. He made the right decision. But then Carly comes up behind him and she stops him and it falls. And then Captain America shows up. I'm going to stop calling him Falcon because he's not Falcon anymore. He's Captain America. He shows up and he uses his jetpacks, and then the weather wings, they latch onto the thing. Don't get mad because I call him Weather Wings. I know that's not his name. I just can't think of what it is right now. And you people get all mad over every little thing. Anyway, so that's where they attach onto the thing. So he ends up saving it. And these people are okay. So I have to say something right now. This was was so corny right here, this scene. And this older gentleman is not a good actor in this because they're like, that's the Falcon right there. And then this other guy's like, no, that's Captain America. And I was like, wah, wah, wah. So cheese. I'm like you want some, but yeah, the older gentleman is not a good actor. Like he did not deliver his line well. It was badly delivered. The other guy delivered his line fine, but like I said, it was corn. It was so corn. But he saves the senators. And then he lands. He looks, see, like right there, this right here, he looks really good. He looks really good right there. And then Carly's all like, she's all like, you didn't, she's like, we'll never stop kind of thing. I don't remember. It doesn't even matter. She's such a so then the French guy, he blasts some gas bombs down there so they can't see. And he's all like, I'm going to save Carly for some reason and get the money and everything. So then they go run through this abandoned basement, which is like, this part right here, they wasted a lot of time just like doing shots like this. It was a big waste of time. Anyways, so they see that they split up and he goes after Carly and the other two go after the other Flag Smashers. So then Carly gets stopped by Sharon Carter and she's all like, you betrayed me and everything. Come back to Madripoor. I could always use some muscle. And she's all like, oh, you're, without us super soldiers, you're not much. And she's all like, am I though? And everything. And she's the power broker, which we all knew she was the power broker. I don't like her as the power broker. I mean, it's not to the point where I'm like so mad about it. Cause this character, like I've said before, this character is not like a character that I've invested in and I care about and everything, but whatever. So then she's all like, come back. And she's all like, no. So then the French guy shows up and he's like, oh, you as a power broker. And I'm all like, and everything. I'm like, oh, you're stupid. And so he points the gun and he's like, you will pay me 4 times of what I asked for. I'm not good with the French accent. And she's like, okay. So then she shoots him and Carly shoots her. And he's, from what I can see, dead. He's dead. I mean, okay. But then, then Carly is all like, he's like, don't do this kind of thing. And she's like, so then they fight. The other Flag Smashers get stopped by a bunch of dudes and they get arrested. And then they're fighting. Okay. So they're fighty. She's got the gun. And then Sharon Carter ends up shooting her and Carly dies in his hands. Now, I have to tell you right now, I don't good because this character sucked. I didn't like this character. I've come to realize that I don't care, but at the same time, this is like such a crapshoot way out. Like this is such an easy way out to get rid of this character and the other Flag Smashers. Like it's so obnoxious and annoying. I'm like, oh, this is so like bad writing. This part's bad writing. I'm like, you're just like you should have given it one more episode if this is what you were gonna do. Wrap it up into this stupid little bow. So then he picks her up and he takes her and puts her on this little gurney and everything. And then he gives this little, and then they're all like, he's like, you going to move those refugees? And they're like, yes, they set us back a little bit, but we're still ready to go and we're still going to do it. And then he gives this long monologue, which was good. It was a good monologue. I think it went on a little too long because I was all like, at 3 a.m, I was all like, man, I'm ready to bail out of this crap. And I did like how this Senator Douche kept saying like, you don't understand. And he was like, I do understand because I'm living it, And he's like, we need to get rid of labels because they were like, they're terrorists, which they were terrorists. And he's like, we need to get rid of those labels, refugees, terrorists, yada, yada, yada. And, which I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, and everything. But then, John Carter's all sitting here and everybody's listening and everything. And then, so Isaiah is sitting there listening to him. It's a good monologue. Yeah, good monologue. He looks really good there. Yeah, he's a good looking dude. And he looks good in the suit. The suit looks good on him. I'm glad they went with a comic book accurate suit. That makes me happy. So then Winter Soldier's all like, sorry, I missed what you were saying. I was texting. Then Sharon gets whatever. She's getting all healed up kind of thing. And he's all like, I'm going to get you that pardon. And then this guy shows up. This part was cornball too. He's all like, that Flag Smasher is going to need help out of the river, Captain America. Can you help us? And he's like, I'm on it and everything. I'm like, okay. So then they get all these Flag Smashers in this little van. And then this guy right here, he's all like one world, one people, one world or something like that, whatever they say. And this guy's all like, yeah, we're going to get out of here and everything. And then Boom. Okay. So then this old guy, which is Zemo's butler, he blows up that little van that had the Flag Smashers in it. So then Zemo hears on the raft. He's on the raft and he's all like, here's that the Flag Smashers got killed and everything. And he's all happy go lucky about it. And then we shoot back to here and we've got Val, Ventessa Venegana, whatever, Demontico, whatever her whole friggin' name is. Who friggin' care? Francesca Deloento Escazito. Anyways, Val, and she's sitting there and she's all like, sitting there. What did she say? And she's all like, I couldn't plan this better if I planned it myself. And she's like, which I didn't. Or did I? And everything. It was a corny joke, but I liked it. I thought she delivered it very well. I really like Julia Louis-Dreyfus, so I think she did a great job. And then she's all like, what is taking him so long? And she's like, come on, hurry it up. And then so he comes out and he's dressed. He's like, so it's the same thing, but in black. And she's like, yeah, but in certain times we don't need a Captain America. We need a U.S. agent. And that's who he is. And so they're all happy that he's a U.S. agent. And so then Winter Soldier, Bucky, he goes to talk to the Asian guy. This I also felt was very rushed and shortchanged because like this was like literally a 2-second conversation. And I thought this would be heavy and it wasn't heavy at all. It was like literally, he's all like, I have to tell you about your son. He was murdered by me. I had no choice. And then he's like, leave my house kind of thing. And it's done. And then he leaves this book in a bag for his psychiatrist. And he's all like, I finished the book. Thanks for all your help, Doc, and everything. And so then he goes back and he sees she's giving him a drink and everything. And she like gives him the okay, like he's all better now because he knows his son was murdered by you kind of thing. And I'm all like, okay. And then he goes to Isaiah's house and they're having a conversation and he's all like, I didn't think that the world would change. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember. And he's all like, do you ever lighten up? And he's like, I want to show you something. So then they take him to the Captain America exhibit and they show him this statue of him. And it says, Isaiah Bradley. And it just tells, and he's like, now no one will ever forget what you did for this country. And I thought this was really touching. And then they hug. It was really sad. I think that looks more like him as the old dude than it does him as a younger person. Like it's just like pretty much the same thing. Like they just got rid of like 2 wrinkles. Anyways. So, but that was nice. I liked that a lot. I liked that they did this and they recognized him for his service. And, that's always good. So then we go to the end. Now, this ending I thought also was really corny. I didn't like it. Like they're all celebrating what? I have no idea. Like him being Captain America. Okay, cool and everything. But like I thought they'd go on their boat and be all like, yo, just we're starting up the business again kind of thing. But I'm all like, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, I just thought it was really corny, but it was fine. So that was the end of that. Then we go over to the end credits scene where Sharon Carter is standing in front of this board and they're like, you are pardoned. Would you like to go back to your old station and everything? And she's like, I would like that very much. He's like, and then they get up and clap. She leaves. And then she's outside the courthouse and she's all like, listen, the super soldier serum is out of, question, but I have got access now to new tech, top secret stuff, all that stuff. And she's like, we're back in business, baby. And that is the end of the episode. Now, I have to say real quick, hold on, I want to stop on a really good picture of him in his suit. If I could find one real quick. You give me 2 seconds, you little cutie patootie. Daddy will find one. Bam. Ooh, there he goes. That's a good one. So I liked this episode. I just felt that it was disappointing in the ending. I didn't like, how they wrapped up like the Carly chick. I mean, just like I'm Carly, we need to send a message. Bang, bang, you're dead. And I'm like, okay, I guess, and everything. And then like John Walker, it's like, he killed a dude, you're pardoned. Now I'm U.S. agent. And it's like, oh, okay, you're wrapping it up real quick, I guess. And Winter Soldier, like the beginning, I'm all depressed. Told that guy I killed his son. All's forgiven. Wrapped it up and everything. Sharon Carter, I'm the power broker. New items. Wrapped it up. It was just very I don't know. I just didn't like the way that, like, I felt like it was very shortchanged, like I said before. So I will do a season 1 review of this sometime in the near future. I just don't know when I have time. But I did like this show overall and this episode overall. I thought it was good. I think that I thought the acting was definitely good. Anthony Mackie, I take it. No, Bucky's my favorite. I thought Anthony Mackie's Sam was my favorite, but I do like Bucky the best in this show. I did like seeing what he was going through more than I did like seeing what Sam was going through. In saying that, I'm glad that they made him Captain America now and officially and got him the suit and he's got the wings and all that good stuff. I am happy that they did that because this whole, when Isaiah Bradley was talking in like last episode or 2 episodes ago, I don't remember, when he's all like, they'll never accept a black Captain America. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's so not true. Like like in the Marvel fandom, yeah, there were people that were upset that Bucky didn't get the shield and become Captain America like in the comic books. But I think in the context of the MCU, I think it's better for Sam because I think that Bucky just had too many problems. He's a crazy person pretty much. And I think that Sam was more grounded and more wholesome. He can be all like, I didn't murder innocent people because I was being controlled by another country. So I think that's, I think he had that going for him. So that is my breakdown and review of episode 6, the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Tell me, what did you guys think about this episode? How did you like this episode? How did you feel about Sam's Captain America suit? How do you feel about Sam being Captain America now? Yeah, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.